So my remission, I think, is fairly unique. I don't think many people have got to a remission the way I did. For those that aren't familiar with myasthenia, remission basically is the pinnacle. People believe that you cannot get cured from myasthenia. The best case, you're still going to have the disease for life, but remission meaning you're free of symptoms. Sometimes you're still on medication, but you don't have symptoms, or ultimately you want to be in a medication-free remission. But I sort of explained in my story there that my remission was not spontaneous. It's not like I had an operation on my thymus gland and then after that I went into a spontaneous remission. It's not as though I took the immunosuppressive corticosteroids and then as a result of that lowered the antibodies and then got into remission and then sort of phased that medication off and then stayed in the remission. My remission came from, I had a thymoma, had that rescanned 3 consecutive years, and each time that got smaller and then went away. I think that's possible. Doctors were shocked. They asked me, why do you want to get this rescanned? It's not going anywhere. And then other than that, like I said, I still had the symptoms lingering for about a year and a half after I stopped medication. So just to point out that it wasn't spontaneous for me, it was more the unwinding of poor health symptoms. So as the symptoms sort of came on quite quickly in the first 6 months, in the years to follow, my symptoms almost went backwards, but at a lot of a slower rate. That I'll talk about, in a bit later, or maybe in another video, of why it takes such a short time to deteriorate, but why it takes so long to regain your health. The point here is that I think it's possible, and me doing something doesn't prove anything for anybody, but it shows the possibility. And when I was diagnosed, all I wanted to see that somebody had recovered, to know that if one person's done it, it's possible that somebody else can do it as well. So it wasn't quick. It's not like it happened in 1 year. It's not like I carried on with my job that I had at the time. It's not like I carried on socializing. So I want to give an honest opinion of what I went through, and not saying that you have to live a boring life if you want to recover or if you want to be healthy, but just saying that it is possible. And the way I've done it is I tried to not do with medication because I saw the results that people unfortunately stayed sick for a long time after that. And me being 25 years old at the time, thought it's going to be better for me to deal with this now and then be able to live my life, 50 years without medication. And I can only show in the future that it's a sustainable way to do it. I mean, 4 years in is not a long time. I encourage everyone else, just be patient with your stuff, be patient with the doctors. But when you're changing your lifestyle, small changes over a long period of time really add up. And that's why, for example, Justin's question about, do you think you'll be normal and things like that. I'm normal to an extent now, not mentally, but but it's not for me about being normal now. I don't want to wish my whole life away and be good by the time I'm retired. But I'm 30 at the moment. It's not like I've got no years left. If I've got 5 years to get well and then have 50 good years, it's still, I think, a much better option than to have 60 years of possibly decent health. And I just wasn't willing to take the chance with medication or with the operation. So my story is to tell a different side, to be able to say, if you look after yourself, if you want your health back, it is possible. And that's what I want to share. So that's pretty much my timeline. So that's 2015 to 2019. If anyone does have any questions, if you watch this video, later, send me a message in the comments. I can clarify some of the information for you. The whole point of this channel is going to be for me to talk about what I think is good to eat, what I think is, been a sustainable lifestyle. And I'm specifically talking about this in a myasthenia context in the beginning, because that's something that I've now got experience in. And I know going forward, like I said, it's not going to be like I want to talk about myasthenia forever. I want to be able to talk about health in general. going forward. But for now, it's what I've lived for 4 years. So it's been part of my everyday life. So it's something now that I want to talk about.